2 minutes after now. Now they can hear us. They can hear us.
Sí. Muy bien. Nosotras estamos vivas.
Hola.
Hola, amigo. ¿Cómo estás?
Konnichiwa.
That's a different language. God, we're so worldly over here.
Worldly. Moon. Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, that's definitely English. Top of the morning to you. Hey, chat. Hope everybody's doing swell today. I know this is a little earlier we did our last one on Wednesday? So it's only been like 4 days since we had a full-on podcast.
Yeah. Waverton's not here today.
Waverton Potterson.
Oh, we just said his full name. We shouldn't have done that.
I know. Now we doxed him.
Man, everybody's going to look it up and be like, oh, this guy.
They're also going to be like, why did he only change his name by dropping like 3 letters off the end of each of them?
It's not very creative, that Waverton, whatever. What's his name?
I think we've dubbed him Waverton Potterson now.
Okay.
Damn, I have a song stuck in my head that I really wish wasn't stuck in my head.
All right. Just keep that stuck in your head. I don't want to hear it.
No, you want to know what it is, but I can't remember the band or the name of the song, so you might be in luck. You may be in luck.
Welcome to the GAIJIN Guys
Welcome.
Podcast. We're talking about Japanese music news and other music-related things. Today we're talking about the Maids, Band-Maid. We got a lot of cool stuff that's happening with them. And Babymetal just dropped a song with Tom Morello. So we're going to be getting to that today. But first, how was everyone's week? Start with you, champ.
It was pretty good. I mean, it hasn't been that long since I've talked to you guys, so
Feels
not
like
a lot
forever.
has really changed. Does it feel like forever for you?
It does. It does.
It was Wednesday. We had a full ass podcast on Wednesday.
This has been the slowest 4 days ever for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I know. I'm kind of with you on that, actually. I don't think I did much between Thursday and Saturday. Just kind of like hung out and went to work and shit. I have nothing interesting to add to what we already said on Wednesday for our weeks.
I've just been working on album the whole week, so like I think it made time slow down, which I really appreciate, but also speed up, if that makes sense. They did so much work in 3 days that it's just ridiculous. Like 8 videos, working on the album, like outlined like 7 songs. So been busy, but
you know,
got
I actually really
Holy
like.
Shit. Sorry to interrupt. Thank you, Bill Halsey.
Oh wow!
For that pretty amazing friggin' super chat there.
The
so
whole
much.
last
Appreciate you,
the $100 super chat. Didn't even have anything he wanted to
dude.
say. It's just wanted to be a nice guy.
Bill,
Thank
you
Bill.
are awesome. Thank you so much, man. That really helps us out a lot. Appreciate it.
That works better. Waves not here. They only get split 3 ways today. That's great.
Maybe is this the new normal? Maybe we should just tell him to stay away.
No, but thank you, Bill. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate
it.
Thank you so much. Shout out to Bill.
Maybe Bill. Maybe.
How was your week, Ryan?
Better than a couple of weeks previous. Still trying to get straightened out what the hell I'm doing with, quitting my consistently paying job and trying to do this shit.
How's that going? How's it going?
Yeah, about that. How's that going?
It's getting there. I'm gonna say that, super chat like that helps.
How's your time management with it going?
Horrible.
Yeah, that is.
Well,
hey, join the club, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, you always start with the plan, and then it goes to hell. And then we just had a couple crazy weeks. My computer crashed, and then went to Chicago, went to Minneapolis, and then my basement flooded. And then so it's just been like, give me a normal day so I can figure out what the hell I'm doing.
I got some good
so it's
news.
Getting there.
I got good news for you, Ryan. It takes about 2 years to get it figured out.
Yeah.
Solid. I hope you don't run out of money in the meantime.
Which means I'm going to get a job before that 2 years.
Exactly. That's it.
So please, you know.
You're preaching to the choir right now, my friend.
I
I literally went through this 2 years ago. This exact feeling that you're going through.
Yep.
Where I was like, all this time. I have all this time to do this stuff for my YouTube channel.
And
And
somehow
it's
you don't have any, do you?
yeah, it's like, why do I have less time now that I don't have a full-time job? This makes no sense.
You know what it is? Because you try and do more with your channel when you really need to do the same and spend all your other time just making that shit work, was what I'm realizing.
Making it
You're
better.
100% right. And if I had realized that, I wish I'd realized that long ago, because I would have definitely stuck to that strategy.
Right. So yeah.
A big thing that happened to me this week, is funny you guys mentioned that, is when I got the 8 videos done, but then I was like, don't release them all. I was like, that was the hardest thing, was like, don't release them all, just schedule them out so you can have more time during the week. I was like,
It's really a smart move.
Yeah, I was like, why drop all these at once? Just do Monday, Wednesday, Friday,
Right.
like you plan, and then then you won't feel that like, I gotta do a video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're a psycho, Alan. And I feel like even if you did schedule things out for 8 days in a row, each of those 8 days, you would still feel like you needed to do more things.
I've been working on my
So-
album. As I actually
Well,
got a lot
okay.
done. I've got a lot done on my album. I figured out I have like 7 songs of worthy songs, I think, for the album to put together.
A Dichotic album?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. Can't wait to hear it.
I had a pretty good live stream Thursday of some mods on my Discord are definitely helping me out a lot to keep that organized. So I mean, I'm making progress with all this.
Yeah.
And I thought Friday I'd get a bunch of them knocked out, and then I was like, oh yeah, Babymetal dropped a song. So instead of working on the shit I already had done, I made more content. Everything gets pushed back more, but it was necessary,
Yeah. Timing.
That's the
everything.
thing. So that
I
was
did the
like
same
what
thing yesterday.
that was one of my big issues in the beginning, was like when I started my channel, I was playing a lot of catch up. You know what I mean? People wanted to see stuff that I hadn't already seen. And then it was like, so I'm still playing catch up, but then new stuff is dropping also. So you put the catch up stuff on the back burner so that you could do the new stuff, but then that back burner gets further and further back every time a new thing drops.
It does.
Yeah, my biggest thing is sometimes you just gotta let it go. Like, screw the timing, and every once in a while just let a video go,
Yeah,
It's
I
true.
decided to make my own background music. So I was using like stock stuff, from editing programs and stuff you can put in the background. When I'm like looking for shit on a live stream, I can fill that with some sound. I was like, well, I'll just make my own.
Yeah.
Well, 2 hours and figuring shit out. It was cool though, because I live streamed it, and then Bjorn from the Discord's like, hey, I got a Hammond organ patch for you to throw in there, and he like sent it to me, so I fucking downloaded that, put it on the track, sounded good, so it was cool,
That's awesome.
pretty fun.
Why don't you take? How about your old? Do you still have your old songs? Maybe just take the vocals off, have it as an instrumental for your videos.
Yeah, I could, or I don't know. Some of that stuff it was like a couple computers ago, and I don't even know where the fucking stems are, and they're not all labeled correctly.
Yeah, that won't work out well.
Yeah,
I always just use those Homer Simpson YouTube videos for the background music. The ones that are like, what are they called? Like lo-fi, something or other. It's like free music that just plays for like 8 straight hours, and it's always like Homer Simpson, like super high driving in a car or something like that.
Oh, okay.
What
the hell you're talking about? What do you mean Homer Simpson?
He's like the main character of all these like free lo-fi videos where it's like chill music that you can put in your background for free.
Oh,
I just pulled those bad ones up.
That's true. You guys,
Right.
Do you do for reactions? You guys put videos in you put music in like the intros or whatnot, or
I haven't. Just upon editing my own shit, and there's a lot of dead space. I'm like, I can either chop out all these little bits, or I can just put something in there. So it's to keep somebody's brain occupied while I'm looking for shit.
Yeah.
When I was
editing it down.
When I make a video that's like not on stream, I always add music to before I start the reaction and after I finish the reaction. But like if it's on stream, I mean, it's just did I remember to put background music on while I was talking type of thing.
Right. Yeah, I've tried it a couple times. And it's I don't know. Usually just distracts me, especially if I write it. Like I'm going to put this on the next one. I'm going to be like, oh yeah, this is that cool part. I want to play. So I'll probably just get distracted and make more dead space.
That's why you got to use songs that are less cool for background music, man. That's the whole purpose of it. You don't want it to distract people. It can't be cooler than what you're saying.
Yeah. I got lucky with one of my songs. It was Orthodoxy. It was like the most perfect intro music ever, like without the vocals. You guys check it out when you have a chance. And if you'll recognize once you hear the opening lick, you're like, oh, that's the intro to like every Dichotic video. And all you just take away the vocals, but it was like it just happened to work. It was like a super like and then down, and it was like just chill music after that. I'm like, wow, this is a perfect like startup intro.
Nice.
But anyways, let's get to who we're teamed up with today for today's podcast, which is Aftershock 2023. We teamed up with them to give away two 4-day passes for free. So what we need from you guys is to send us over an inspiring story or something that moved you musically, along with any of those bands that are from Aftershock. You're going to email that to giveaway at GAIJINGUYS.com. I have all the details though in the description in case I'm missing any right now. You do need to have them submitted by September 8th, and then we're going to read your story on air on September 10th, live here on the GAIJIN Guys podcast. And of course, we have all those details. And this is going to be at Sacramento, California. So you have to be able to get to Sacramento, California, ideally. But it's a really good deal too. So you can bring someone with you, which is the whole idea of it. And it's for all 4 days, Thursday to Sunday. So it's October 5th, I believe. I need to look up the actual days. I keep forgetting. I'm a mess today.
That's freaking awesome though, man. I mean, like those are like sought at. Like if I had the money, I would be buying those tickets already. You know what I mean? So to get them for free is fantastic.
Had the money, we're on the right side of the country.
Yeah, all those things.
October 5th to October 8th, by the way. I did have it right. Say it again, right?
Nice. Yeah, I mean, that'd be if I was lived closer, it might be easier to think of, but just getting there is the freaking battle, man.
But I'll tell you what, if I won those two tickets, I'd find a way to get over there. You know?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Because then you're cutting out the vast majority of expenses.
Very, very, very true.
Yeah, so send those in, guys. Like I want to read them.
We literally have
even the losing submissions.
You have 3 stories to compete with right now. So I mean,
cool.
Pretty good chance, you know.
Your odds are high right now.
Your odds are high. Yep. I don't think anyone submitted one from the GG channel. It's 3 stories from the Dichotic channel, which was interesting. So you guys have a chance. Have a chance to fight these.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's 120 of you in here right now, and none of you want to go to Aftershock and watch bands for 4 days.
I know if music has changed some of your lives, doesn't have to be super long. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Not change your life, but affected your life. Maybe it lifted your mood on one day, or helped you realize something you didn't know, you didn't understand. It's done that. Music's done that for me.
Or helped you get through something, get through a tough patch, anything like that.
Sure.
And no, guys, Andrew said strictly we cannot enter our own contest because I know Champ was thinking about it.
I know. I can't even have my kid enter
it. I see
no family members also.
I see Champ coming up with like ideas in his head. I just saw his brain just like thinking about it.
There's things to consider, my friend.
There's ways around this.
There's loopholes and everything.
I want to mention, like, we have a lot of people that are fans of the podcast right now about to see Hanabi probably in like an hour, I think. Very, very soon.
Where?
I believe our top 10 man, Simno, is there currently.
Yeah, Simno's out there.
Oh, awesome.
And in the chat. He's about to see him very soon. I think there's quite a people that are out there to go see Hanabi.
Quite a people.
Speaking of Hanabi, I did get some exciting news. I'm going to be seeing Hanabi live. Also, I can't remember the day, but I'm going to see Omaha, Nebraska. I'm going to see Babymetal, so I'm going to that show, and I'm going to see Hanabi in Iowa. Shout out to Tim for helping me out with that. I appreciate it, man. So,
oh yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll be reporting on those 2 shows, so looking forward to that. And that's I can't remember the dates. I got it booked and everything. It's all set up, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, end of September.
Get reminded at some point. Oh, shit.
28th and 29th. That's right. So I'm excited because that means I can see Hanabi twice. Stay tuned, guys, for some updates on those concerts and stuff like that. We'll keep you updated. Yeah. All right. Was there anything else I had to say for that? Let's just go through some quick news real quick. Sorry, my setup's a little weird today, guys, so it's a little all over the place. still going to Eric's house. I gotta get used to doing this. Brideer, the sisters from Brideer, they are going to be releasing some music actually today. It's today. They're doing covers, so the sisters are gonna. I didn't even realize they were sisters in Brideer, but they're gonna be dropping those. D Drive. I didn't realize D Drive's still playing because the guitarist is in this new project, so it seems like she's doing both projects, which is really cool. So D Drive is still going strong, and I just want to mention that to everyone. So D Drive is still a thing, even though the guitarist is in East of Eden, which I'm going to talk more about that later. I want to shed some. I'm going to take over Wave's spot of mentioning some unknown bands today, but East of Eden is definitely one of them, and they're a great band. All right, now to the main topic, guys. Babymetal releases a song with Tom Morello, and I haven't watched the music video yet. I'm watching it tonight with Eric, but I'm curious on what your guys' thoughts of the music video were.
Well,
Tread lightly. I'm waiting.
I like that Babymetal's doing stuff. Let me just say that, like right off the bat, like there's there's a lot of like Babymetal stuff that's happening right now, like revolving around.
I don't like where this is going, guys.
Like the song personally, I actually thought it was a pretty cool song. I recorded my reaction for it this morning. I'm gonna post it probably tomorrow with my Little Uzi Vert reaction, which I did on stream this week also, as like a double drop. But I thought it was a good song. I thought it was a good song. You haven't heard the song yet, or you just haven't seen the video yet?
I've heard the song. I couldn't fucking wait.
Okay.
Yeah, we did put up a reaction. I haven't seen the video today. We're gonna see the video. I want to say a lot. I'll let you finish.
Okay. So the only thing is like, so I saw before I watched it, I saw like a comment you made or something on your thumbnail or somewhere that said like, was the Tom Morello influence like, could you tell that he was like a part of it? I gotta say, I think that I did. Like, outside of the fact that he's doing his like very obvious Tom Morello style solo for the last like 30 seconds of the song or whatever, the song had like this overall bounciness to it that I think comes from that sort of like rage feeling, right? Where it's like it's a little bit more it's still heavy, but it's got like this dancey feeling to it, and a lot of bends. You know what I mean? Like you hear those bends where it's like you just want to bob your head along with them. So I did definitely feel the Tom Morello influence through it. It honestly, outside of the vocals, sounded more like a Rage song to me. Well, it's like the vibe of it sounded like a Rage song, but the instruments being used sounded like a Babymetal song. So I thought it was like a pretty nice, solid combination of the two sounds coming together and creating a good song.
I watched Ryan's reaction, so you guys should check it out. And I can't remember if I commented on your video or not. I think I did, but I'm not sure. I remember saving this conversation. Ryan had mentioned that he wasn't sure if it was just a solo, and I think he did do the riffs for the other parts of the song.
Like, I don't think so.
I know he didn't write them. He didn't. So I looked
he's
up.
Not even
like,
credited as a songwriter.
Yeah, I looked up the arrangements and stuff like that. So it was like Meg Metal, I think, did the arrangement.
Well, that makes it a little weird, but it does feel like a Rage Against. It does feel like a bouncy riff. I do agree. Like he had.
It's all those bends, man. It's all those bends that like I just feel like you could feel those in Rage Against the Machine songs, and they're definitely happening for the vast majority of this song. But yeah, if he didn't write it, that's actually surprising. But it makes it so it's like. Maybe the Babymetal crew, they just knew what Tom Morello, you know, like what kind of music he's good at playing.
Oh, did we lose it? There we go. Again, I love the song. It's a song. I really love the cadence in the vocals and the vocal performance. I like the choreography. The video is pretty cool. I don't know why Morello is in it though. That's what I said in my video. Like, I really don't think he did anything other than the solo. I know why he's in it because they can put his name on it and get more eyes on him. I don't really like contributed. Like, I don't know. I think it was a good song with or without him.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I was watching it and just for the solo, and he's like this awkward, like stuck in the video, wearing like a t-shirt and the stupid hat. Like, what? Had this big video. Tom Morello like pretending like he's playing guitar, and that's just kind of cheesy. I mean, the song's really fucking cool. I like it a lot.
I mean, you can definitely tell his guitar tone is different than the normal baby metal guitar tone. So when he comes in
Yeah.
with the solo at the end, it definitely feels like Tom Morello is playing that solo. It's like this light, sharp sound, you know? And um I do think that that was good for the sound of the song, but you're right. Like, I mean, I don't know how much influence he had over the song prior to that part, or how if he was even
Right.
playing in other parts of the song before that solo started, because he didn't show up in the video until that solo started either.
That's a good
Like,
point. I think for me, I didn't look at the writing of it. That's why I was asking you guys. And for me at this point, I'm just like, I just fucking love the song either way, because I liked it because Sue's harsh vocals like attack on it, and then whoever wrote the riff, I thought was a fun fucking riff. Like it was just a blast of a song. Yeah,
I liked it. It reminded me of some older baby metal songs that I like.
it did.
me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
But there's a little bit more attitude, a little bit of sass, and how everything is being said. I just really liked it. Also,
Yeah.
shout out to a Party Like a Rockstar podcast. They're in the chat.
Oh yeah, and
Go
thank
watch
you
your videos,
to
man.
thank you to Midwest Metal for shooting it over another $20 super chat. Said stood by and visited with Andrew in Minneapolis. Authentically nice guy. Yes, Andrew White, our what would you title him as? The runner of our website. Very good man, that Andrew. Thank you
behind
for
the
that,
scenes
Midwest
guy,
Metal.
making things happen.
Yeah. I like the song. I ultimately it had that kind of bounciness that Karate has, or even Gimme Chocolate. Like
Yeah,
it's
sure.
you know, and I do like it for that. I do, and I also think that it was a little bit more intricate than those songs. So it's kind of like taking that kind of vibe, the bouncy vibe that they had back then, but also like adding a little bit more depth to the instrumentation, I think. So I really liked how it all came together, and it's a very different feel than, let's say, like Mirror Mirror, you know, which I was just listening to the other day also, which is like this very progressive sounding track where you do get the very melodic part of the vocals, especially in the chorus, but it's not as but it doesn't have the bouncy feeling that this one has. They're different types of catchiness, you know.
I think
And I like how different they felt.
Eric said it perfectly in the chat. It's definitely an evolution of their older stuff. It's not that mature sound from what we just heard from their last album, but it's an evolution of their older stuff. Like it's that, but like times two. You know, like we're adding like stuff. And the Tom Morello part, I still thought it was good. Maybe the ending, I thought that was interesting. A lot of bands are doing this thing with the ending where they're just ending it with noise. And the other thing that I appreciate about this new song is that Momo Metal is actually taking an active part, like right
That was
away.
really cool. Yeah, I like that part. But I think
when she's doing like the talking thing, like the talking vocals.
Yeah.
Like a theater, like she's doing like theater. Somebody told me what it's called. I forgot. Let me know in the chat. I can't remember what they call that.
Like a kabuki theater kind of spoken word kind of thing. But when they announced they had a song with Tom Morello, what were we hoping? It was going to be him doing classic Tom Morello riffs like through the whole song.
Yeah.
And it was a little disappointing because I don't think it was.
Yeah, that's true. I see. Luckily, I had it in my head that he wrote the whole thing. So like, I just maybe that like tricked me, and I just enjoyed it either way. I thought it would, and then now that you guys are saying like he didn't really write, I'm like, oh well, it still felt bouncy. It still was fun anyway. So like, I don't care.
Well, it doesn't say that he wrote it, but like I don't necessarily know that means that like he didn't. Like it really depends on there. Well, it really depends on like the deal that you have with people and stuff like that. I mean, he obviously wrote his own solo, and they didn't credit him in.
Also, it's pretty
for that either.
It's pretty amazing to get like hired to just, or I don't know if he was hired, but like, hey, can you just throw solo on this real quick? And he just throw solo. You know, I mean, that's kind of crazy.
I actually find this comment really interesting. Aldo Metal said the Kami band doesn't play his parts in the live performance; it's backtracked, and that makes me think that he was playing those parts.
Well, and it's really hard to
the solo.
The solo, yeah, but you have to get that specific sound too with his pedals in order to get that like those frequencies.
They can throw a couple pedals. He uses like 3 pedals.
Yeah, it's still weird the way that he plays them, though. You know. I've tried doing them with. I have the Digitech whammy pedal and stuff, and I remember trying to emulate the Rage Against the Machine solos. I always felt like it still wasn't quite there. I feel like there's something I don't know that he's what he's doing, but I don't know. But you're right. It's just a few.
I think it's just the way that he plays, man. I think he's just got like a special ability. Yeah. What did you guys think of the screaming in the song?
There wasn't a lot, was there? It's like in one spot or what?
Only in the live recording that we heard the scream.
It was subtle on the
no,
video.
there's a growl. There's somebody growling about like halfway through the video. I think it's right after the kabuki part with
in the
Momo.
music
Yeah.
video. In the music
Yeah.
video.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I have something to look forward to then.
It looks like Momo's doing it, like visually on the video, but I don't
Yeah, they're definitely making it seem like because she's talking first and then the
Right.
screams start, but there's other vocals with the scream too.
Well, I know in the
Yeah.
live performance that they were showing that's going around the internet, somebody's saying, "Are you ready?" Like the corn thing, "Are you ready?" Or like right at the end of the thing. It's pretty badass, but you can't see who is singing it, or you can't see if it's a backing track or not. I don't know if that's been confirmed yet or not, but I didn't realize there's a scream in the music video because in that audio recording there's no scream in it.
Well, there's like 5 layers of vocals or something that comes in right after she's finishes doing her kabuki part.
I heard it.
Yeah, and then there's like one of the layers is a growl. It's a pretty deep growl too. Like if it was one of the girls, they're pulling some like ginger type shit.
Why
going
would
on
it be
there because-
only in the music video though, and not in the audio recording released? That is interesting. I wonder
There's
why
people
that
saying
is.
it's just live. I don't know.
No, that's
I
not
think
true.
people- no.
I just listened to the song. I
Yeah,
heard
no.
it. I haven't listened to the live version yet.
Okay. Well, I'm just curious. I was like, damn, I'm gonna have something to look forward to.
No.
Like to see the music video if it's.
It is in the video because I haven't listened to the live one. That's where I heard
Yeah.
it was. In the
Okay,
video.
cool.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, all the metal is like the growl is only live, not on the studio version. We're talking
You're
about the
wrong.
music video. I don't know. I haven't seen the music video yet. I've heard the song because I didn't want to miss out on the song releasing. And we almost did. We edited it on stream. It was hilarious. We're like, well, it didn't come out. We'll just go live then because we're just gonna wait and then put it out. And then while we were live, everyone was like, it is out. So we like literally recorded our reaction live in front of everybody. And then we
Nice.
posted it, did the thumbnail, and then we premiered it. And apparently you can go live and watch your premiere on YouTube at the same time. It was pretty hilarious.
Yeah,
pretty
it's
fun.
pretty funny. Yeah, for anybody asking in the chat, if you skip to 220 in the music video, you could hear the growls. There's like several layers of vocals going on, but
Okay.
the growls are pretty prominent in that part.
Well, that's cool because in that live recording, like some fan footage, you hear scream also at the end of that same exact performance. But I haven't heard it in the professional audio yet because I listened to like the one that was released on the track. So I'm excited. That's cool. I want to hear how it sounds like produced.
Yeah, and it's not just like one line; it's like the whole part, like that whole bridge part has like screams underneath it.
Very cool.
So I'm wondering because I can't recall another baby metal song that has like consistent screams throughout a part. It just has like the main vocal. Can you, Alan?
There's a couple, isn't there? There's a few.
I don't remember
like
screaming.
underlying stuff.
Yeah, I'll hear like one underlying like big one like as a transition sometimes, right? Like, and then it goes into like a new part, like a solo or something like that. But I can't recall any that's like the vocal part is this screaming.
I don't know, guys. When I separated the tracks, I heard layers of vocals, but not for like those when she's singing. I didn't hear much under it. So I'm like, the chat and this conversation is really confusing the hell out of me. I hope the audio. It would be weird too, like if the audio version is different than the music video version. I don't know. I wish I watched the music video now so I can see. Because you guys are saying you heard screams, chat saying there's no screams. I'm like, but I believe you guys. I just wish I heard it so I could confirm. Yeah, I think they're intently listening to the video right now to see if there's a scream. So. Chat, what do you think?
Right now, because I got to freaking know.
Well, while they're doing that, chat, is there screams in the music video or not?
I'm literally listening to it right now. So
Okay.
I don't know why people keep saying that there's no growling. I hear it right now.
You hear it right now. Okay.
I hear it right now. Go to 220. I'm telling you.
I don't want to watch it yet. I'm waiting for. I haven't done a reaction to it yet. It sounds to me like gang vocals more than screams. That's what I heard too, was gang vocals when I did the split of the audio track. Mind you, the audio track, because we just checked out the audio track.
I'm gonna have to watch the whole thing again so I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
There's definitely gang vocals also.
Okay. I don't know. We'll confirm tonight. We'll see you over on Dichotic Live tonight, and we'll find out for sure. We'll put this we'll put this to bed over there.
Okay, they're saying it's confusion. The growl we're talking about, it's not the one you're talking about. So there is some in there, although we were being told there wasn't.
I don't
It's just
fucking
not the
know.
same one.
I'm
It's
like,
it's just
so
that there's
confused.
listen, there's a lot of layers in this part. There's like I said, there's a lot of layers of vocals happening, but I am positive that I hear one going like the whole time.
Yeah, I mean,
Well-
obviously, whatever they did live isn't in there because if it was live, it was an add-on.
Well, I'll be separate.
Whatever, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay.
So I think it was smart to have Tom Morello on there. As far as the music part, I get what you're saying, Ryan. It was kind of like, It was like if they threw a keyboard on there real quick, like a strange, like weird keyboard. But I still liked it.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it was as simple as like Babymetal wrote a song and then they were like, "Hey, Tom, you want to put something over this?" And he was
That's
like,
exactly
sure.
what probably
Exactly.
happened.
Somebody in the chat said that Tom has been wanting to do something with him for a while. They sent him a demo of that song. So
There you
I mean,
go. So you
obviously,
probably
he didn't do it because he didn't want to. You know what I mean?
"Oh yeah." So it sounds like he just threw over the solo towards the end. Then, if that's
Probably,
the case.
yeah. Which is totally fine.
Yeah.
I was hoping to hear like, straight up Morello riffs over some shit because his tone.
Yeah.
That's why I thought he didn't do it, because if he did, his tone would sound like him.
Yeah. It
But
would.
it sound like Kami Band, which is fucking cool. But
Yeah.
maybe I'm wrong, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll play this exactly like you guys would play it."
No, I think you're right, Ryan. I really do. I think that's what happened, is that he just did the solo over it.
Yeah.
That makes sense, because when I think back to it, like I said, I do remember it being bouncy, but it didn't feel like Tom Morello, like Rage Against the Machine kind of bouncy, because he would always
Sure.
put those weird effects in between. But on a side note, though, it's fucking awesome that Tom Morello's a Babymetal fan.
Yeah, I agree.
That's pretty wild. It's always cool when you find out like major musicians like a fan of a band that you've been following for a little bit. I think
100%.
that whole
It's like-
aspect is just
Sure, man.
fucking awesome.
so much vindication at that point, especially for Babymetal fans who have been taking flack for just the entire existence of their career. And it's like, so when these awesome musicians come out and are like, they are awesome, actually, everybody needs to shut up. Feels
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, them and Voice of Bachi Proud. He's talked to them and promotes them pretty good too.
The thing that was really excited about, though, is the fact that Maximum Hormone, Band-Maid, and Babymetal all came out with a song within 2 weeks, which was fucking awesome. Because I was like, we were
Yeah,
sitting
that's
there on
cool.
the live stream, and we're like, dude, we got new Band-Maid, we got new Maximum Hormone, we need Babymetal, we need a new Babymetal. Everyone's like, nah, it's not gonna happen. And literally, we get off stream, and like within like I think a few hours, Tom Morello or like that was announced that they're coming out with a song Friday. We're like, oh fuck, so it's pretty badass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta say, man, like I was so with Babymetal, I was so like, I don't know what we're gonna be walking into for this new kind of like era of their career or whatever. And the more that happens, the more I'm actually enjoying it. Like I really like these random singles that they're doing with just like these people that you wouldn't expect them to be doing singles with. And when you add that on top of the fact that the album was actually like a really solid album also,
Yeah.
like I think that this is a really nice stage of their career to be at. It feels like they've grown. It feels like they've matured with their sound, but they're not completely getting rid of their old sound that everybody kind of fell in love with them in the first place for.
Do you think they're going to
So-
keep going with this new sound from this last song or from the last album? What do you guys think? Going to go with that more mature sound or a more evolved Babymetal sound?
I think that we're going to see a hybrid. I think that we're entering
Yeah.
hybrid zone right now, where they're going to like, a lot of bands kind of do this. I almost want to bring up Metallica as like an example of this, even though I don't love their most recent albums. But like, Metallica kind of they went from like super thrash, right? And then they kind of got really mainstream for a little while. But then as they got a little bit older, they went back to starting to do some of that thrash stuff in their newer stuff again. And I think that that's a good combination. That's like, you take that maturity that you've built, and then you don't forget about the past. You don't forget about the things that got you where you are in the first place. And when you can combine those things, that ends up being, in my opinion, like the best version of most bands. I think we're going to see that with Band-Maid too, because they like really kind of shifted their sound pretty hard with the last two albums. Not too much, but there's an obvious change in the progression versus the progressive sounds versus the like classic rock sounds. And I think like as their career goes on, we'll see like a nice hybrid of that too. I think it's just eventually you get to be a band and you appreciate everything that you've done and how you got there, and that's when I think the bands really come into their own.
I'm really like, what's really cool is that we're getting a fast turnaround, like with Babymetal, which hasn't been happening normally, you know. So the fact that there was just an album and now a single, I know we're used to it with Band-Maid, but this is really unusual for Babymetal. Like, bam, and they incorporate Momo Metal like right away. Well, I wonder if this is something that's been planned out for a couple of years or something, or they already knew they were just trying to figure out how to transition or something for their like, you know, lull or whatever, their hiatus, while they're getting it all figured out, or if they're just like hit the ground running, you know.
Or in what sense? In the music writing, or like with the
The music writing, because this is pretty fast. You know what I mean? Like this, there's an album. I know some people were saying some of the stuff was kind of older stuff that they brought in or whatnot, or they had it written already. They just weren't using it yet. But I'm
on the new album.
Yeah, on that new album. So it's really cool that they're just like, bam, we're getting another song. So I'm wondering, like, oh, are we gonna get another album right away, or are they gonna drag out some singles for some few months and then drop the album? How are they gonna do it? So,
do you think we get another album from Babymetal before we get an album?
I think
the younger Babymetal.
Well, we're gonna talk about that too. The Metalverse thing. They just did the Summer Sonic. They just introduced the new project, the Metalverse project, live. Is that Summer Sonic? I don't know. I have a feeling we might get a Babymetal album in December. That's what I'm thinking.
What's your opinion on like a band releasing a bunch of tracks in between, like long periods between album drops? Would you prefer that they do that, or would you prefer that they try to shorten the amount of time between album drops and release everything at once?
It's more exciting when when a band releases like a song maybe every couple weeks. That's actually, to me, that's pretty exciting. Like, oh, that song's cool, and then in 2 more weeks you get another one, and then afterwards it combines to one album. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, or like a hybrid of it where they release like 5 and then bam, the album comes out next month. Didn't Band-Maid kind of do that with or just all came out all at once?
Band-Maid did. Don't hate on me for it, but Band-Maid did the thing that I don't love that much, which is like release several songs that are going to be on the album before the album gets released, which is like, it kind of hypes you up for the album,
like
but then when the album drops, you only have like 5 songs left that you haven't heard yet.
See, I like that. I'm okay with that.
That's cool. Yeah, no, to each their own. I prefer, like, I liked it better when they were doing the EPs, like the 3-song EPs. So they drop like, you know, 1 video for a 3-song EP and then like 2 B-sides or whatever, and then the album was like all new songs. Like,
Mikota brings up a good point. I'll tell you what I don't like is 30-second songs every 2 years.
I don't think anybody likes that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What about you, Ryan? Would you prefer, you know, singles to be dropped outside of the album, or just everything get the album coming out earlier and having those singles dropped on the album when it comes out?
I like hearing a little bit of what the album's gonna be like. So, like, if it's, you know, I don't mind hearing like 3 songs off of a decent, 3 or 4 songs off a decent length album. But I mean, I'd be cool with singles and then a whole new album. I don't mind hearing stuff that's on the album already. But I mean, yeah, you'd get more songs, but I think just with how things are done, I think the bands feel an urgency, like, okay, we got this done, let's get it out there so people can hear it, just to keep them interested. And then, you know, it was part of a group of songs, and it's probably kind of long what you're saying. Either wait till you get them all done and put it out and rush it, or you can spend time on a song, get it out, keep people interested, spend time on another song, get it out. And then when you put out the whole album, they kind of know what to expect, but then you spent the whole time on the album instead of on singles.
Somebody want to ask you, Ryan, what do you consider a decent length album?
Decent length album. Like quality, not quantity, I guess. Like, you can, I've heard plenty of albums with like 22 songs on it that I only like 6 or 7 songs. You can have a song with an album with 8 songs and they're all fucking killer. You know, that's fine with me. I understand there's like the mini albums and EPs and all that stuff. I don't know. I mean, it seems like that's something that the bands like want to self-apply. I don't think there's any rule. Right. Band-Maid has albums that are called mini albums and EPs and shit, and they got the same number of songs on them.
Yeah, like Unleashed feels like a solid album to me.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
like
mean?
I like a solid, I like a good, half hour of listening to an album. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
At least. I mean, yeah, if it's longer, that's great. If it's like 15, 20 minutes, I mean, I guess you listen to other music.
Mhm,
See,
mhm. I mean,
the
times have changed, and
what
like it's definitely the release schedules are way different than they used to be. But
Yeah.
I'm still a little bit stuck in the mindset of like 12 songs is like a solid, like that's kind of like the default for me, like a 12-song album.
mm,
Unless you're somebody that's writing songs that are like
for me,
6 to 8 minute songs each, then I understand dropping it down to like 8 or 9.
yeah, for me it's like 10. I don't know. I've always thought like 10 songs on an album and it's about 45 minutes, you know. When you get like Hanabi's new album is like 30 minutes long. I was like, wow, it's
Yeah.
really short. Well, I mean, it's like Ryan said, the quality is pretty good though. You know, for the most part, it's a
Mhm.
Yeah,
pretty
man.
good album. You know,
It does come down to quality over quantity always, but it also depends on like how often you're releasing new music and stuff like that. Like I don't want to hear, I'm calling out Blackpink again. I don't want to hear fucking, I don't want to wait 4 years for a new album and only have 8 songs on it, and 3 of them
mm.
have already been dropped before it happened. You're
Yeah, it
giving me
kind of sucks.
5 new
You got to
songs
remember though
when that album
that
comes
keeps them
out after
engaged
40 years
though.
of waiting.
But those songs keep the fans engaged, and I'm sure Blackpink has some younger fans too, so they want something, frequent from the band, to keep it relevant.
But like you need to, but there was 3 years without anything dropping. You know what I mean? Like that's
Oh,
too
really?
long. If you're gonna wait 4 years to drop an album with 8 songs on it, I feel like
Where
drop some
was
stuff in the
the was the
meantime.
8 songs like sprinkled throughout the 4 years?
Like
Or
live tracks. That's
oh,
it. Like
okay,
the
okay. See, this is
no
the
new
way I
music.
like it. Who was it? I can't remember. I think it was Protest the Hero. I think one of their albums it was fully fan funded, right? And I think what they did, if I remember correctly, they would release a song like I'm pretty sure it was like almost every week until the album was completed, and then kind of what Love Bites did. You know how they did just the first 4 songs, and then bam, they released the rest of them. Because you can do that with
Hmm.
publishers. You can like schedule all the songs individually as a release, but still have them all categorized underneath the album. So publishers let you do that now if you're doing it yourself. And I don't know. I think it's important to keep everyone engaged, to keep something going. Because like right now, what's interesting is Nemophila hasn't released anything really, which is interesting because
Yeah, it's kind of
we got so used to them dropping a song, but they've almost went out of sight, out of mind for me for a little bit. Because I was like, man,
same here.
I was like, my favorite bands, and I was mentioning Band-Maid and Babymetal and Maximum Hormone, like, and then I thought about it, and Hanabi, and I was like, then I thought about like, where's Nemophila? I was like, oh
Yeah, that
shit,
me too. I was same thing. I was mentioning bands and people are like, well, what about Nemophila? Because I talked about them all the fucking time for a while.
yeah,
But they,
Yeah.
like you said, they haven't been putting out stuff. So I've just been listening to more stuff that's being put out, and
yeah.
they've been pushed back.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
competing with
They were
everyone. And the thing is with the Japanese bands, they've been going hard. Like all these bands are going
Yeah.
hard in their own right, like just dropping and dropping and dropping tracks, which is insane.
Mhm.
So you got to keep up because not only are all the Japanese bands dropping a lot of songs, they're all fucking good. So like
Yeah.
so you're fighting with people's attention span at that point if you're into that space,
With Nemo, I think that like one of the reasons that we were so on board with what they were doing is because during so first of all, they came out so hard. Like I think we got a little bit it was easy for us to get
Spoiled.
sucked into it, yeah, and get spoiled because like they came out with 2 versions of the same album without a year of each other and a second album, like all within a year, right? So like that's crazy. And then the whole time they were already putting out all of these covers, and the
Mhm.
difference has been now uh they're not releasing a bunch of covers anymore, right? Like there's
Yeah.
not these consistent covers that are keeping us in the limelight. The last thing I think they dropped was the Night Flight video, which was already a song that people had heard for the last like I don't know a long time because they'd been playing it live for a while at
Right.
that point.
But yeah, it's just crazy though. Like it's kind of funny like that went out of mind though. I couldn't believe it. I thought that was interesting.
The music world is moving fast now, man. It's like you really gotta try to drop stuff and hope that people don't forget about you. It's funny too because it's like the way that the releases work with like these what we were talking about before with like less songs on albums and stuff like that, and like maybe there being larger gaps between albums. It reminds me of like the movie industry kind of works the same way where it's like back in the 90s, I remember I think Jim Carrey came out with The Mask, Ace Ventura, and Dumb and Dumber all within like 18 months of each other,
Liar,
which
liar.
Yeah, and like we're talking about like within
Cable
2
Guy.
years, right? Like all these fucking movies are dropping by like one famous actor. They're all doing super huge work, right? But like nowadays, that doesn't really happen as often either in the movie industry. So I don't know. It's just a change of how things
So,
get published and
Nemeth-
released to
Look
the
at those
public now.
movies. It was like what it was just a movie. We're gonna make this one movie and make it really good, and then they put it out. And now every fucking movie's like, we're gonna make 3 movies for this series, and then when the first one doesn't do good, they don't make the other ones, and whoever started the movie is fucking done.
So
They made an Ace 2, but that was after the first one did so good.
Mm-hmm.
Nemophila right now, it's only been a month since they released something, which is kind of crazy. So they released like 4 videos last month, but that's how frequent they were, you know?
Yeah.
And they went from being so frequent that like the fans get used to it. It was 4 videos, literally 4 videos a month is what
Were they?
averaging.
Scroll up. What was the last couple things that they released?
So, but just real quick, so average videos a month was 4 a month. That was like, it seemed like that was their goal, was 4 videos a month. And the last thing they released was their 4th anniversary Rising Nemo Comet. And then, so it was a bunch of 4th anniversary teasers. So Nemophila teaser. And their last like video, I guess, would be the Nemophila Orion official live video, because all these other ones are just teasers and they're 50 seconds a minute. So they might have something to brewing. I was just fascinating.
Yeah.
Like I said, I remember being in a live chat and just like Ryan said, they were like, "What about Nemophila?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." It's just crazy how that happens, but
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah, it's true. They haven't been putting. I have been listening to them a lot though, so they've been in my
Yeah.
mind quite a bit recently.
Oh man. And so I think we already talked about it, but I really my last thoughts about, just to tie up the baby metal thing, is it's really cool that they're involving Momo Metal right away. That's all I'm gonna say. And
Yeah, that's good.
in a big way. So I'm really excited to hear if we're gonna get more Moa vocals and Momo vocals in the new albums.
Do you think Moa feels bad about that at all? Because like she's been in the band for so long and she barely gets any vocal
No,
parts.
because if I correct me if I'm wrong, fans, but I think she doesn't want to do that much singing. I think that was part of the thing, that she didn't really care to do as much. She preferred doing like the backing and dancing.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it had
Dancer at
anything to
heart.
do with that. I could be wrong. Let me know. I remember hearing something like that, but
Okay,
All right.
well, I mean, yeah, I hope that's the case. I feel like it would be weird if they just brought in somebody and were like, okay, you get this vocal part that like the other, person has been wanting for the last 5 years and didn't get.
Right.
But if she doesn't want it, then she doesn't want it, and I totally support that. If she's like a dancer, more of a dancer, and that's what she wants to do, then cool.
yeah.
Oh,
So
cool.
this leads into our next thing about the whole baby metal world. So we have Metalverse. I sent you guys the clips. Did you guys have a chance to check those out? Some of the Metalverse clips.
Yeah, I watched those. The first, there was only 2 when I looked.
There's 6.
I don't.
6
Go
of
to
them.
click on videos.
There is 6 of them as of right now. So I like some of these. Actually, there's 7 of them now. There's 7 of
What
these
the hell?
things. Yeah.
There was only 2 when I looked this morning.
No,
Nice.
they've had them all there for a while.
Wait, click on videos real quick. Do only 2 show up if you click on videos?
Yeah, only 2 on the videos.
So those are the 2 that I watched.
Oh, okay. So I've been watching these, and I did see someone in the comments say they should take metal out of Metalverse, but I was curious what you guys thought when you heard the clips. I think they sound interesting. I don't know if I'll like it completely. Some people say it's more in the K-pop realm. I don't know. What did you
I think I did watch one of those, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I just stopped.
Well, what did you think from the one teaser you saw, Champ? Yeah, we can't hear you. You're completely silent.
Sorry, I was muted. Unfortunately, the videos that I checked out didn't have any music in them, so I was very confused as to
no.
what you wanted us to watch. I was like, "What do you want?" I don't know what we could even talk about with this. Why don't you talk for a second? I'm going to click on a couple of these.
I'll talk for a second if you guys want to check out the clips real quick. I'm really excited, guys, about the Metalverse clips. I really am. I like what I heard. You guys let me know what you guys think of the Summer Sonic show that they put on. Was it good? Was it entertaining? I saw very brief clips of the live performance, and I forgot her name already. I'm sorry. She has a hell of a voice. For being that
So
young,
what is this? This
she has
is
a very strong
I'm
voice.
sorry, but this is tied to baby metal, but it's not them, and it's completely different music.
Yeah. It's a spinoff.
So what's the fucking
It's a spinoff.
why?
I don't know. They keep the legacy going, maybe. Maybe when
okay.
Baby Metal, Miko is her name. Well, I do want to follow Miko because she's such a good singer. She really is. She has a very strong voice. I believe she's 16 now, like in this. But Radio Raffle say, yeah, it's more J Idol with some heavy guitars, which is cool.
Okay.
Like if it's a good amount of heavy guitars, I could see me getting into it.
Okay, so I also watched a live performance from them, which I didn't even realize I was watching a live performance from the new Baby Metal. What are they called? Are they called Chibi Metal or something?
Chibi Metal is what the fans were calling her. Yeah. She's 17
yeah. So
now.
I watched a whole live performance of them doing karate, and I didn't even realize it was I couldn't really see. It was like blurred out.
You did what Eric did. We trolled Eric. Eric was like, "How did they get to Baby Metal? Like, how did Baby Metal play there and play it in the other place? Because he thought it was the same. He thought it was two different concerts.
They're playing Baby Metal songs and they play live.
Well, the only one I saw was karate. But yes, I didn't realize it wasn't Baby Metal. Like, so that's. I mean, her voice sounds great. I literally thought it was Sue.
So on the Black Night and Clear Night, they brought Chibi Metal out on those concerts, and they did a couple of songs with Baby Metal, and it was really impressive. It was really cool. I liked it a lot, but it was funny because it confused Eric. But yeah, they sounded pretty close.
I think she's really good. The main vocalist is really good. Like it tricked me. So obviously it was good enough to trick me, who's listened to that song, 100 times in the past anyway. So I got to give him a lot of credit on that one.
The two songs were Doki Doki Morning and Karate. Thanks, Pibaka.
I did. So I just listened to those clips. Okay. I mean, they're pretty heavy, man. I think if you took the word metal out of it, people that heard it would be like, this is too heavy for me. Like, there's some fucking heavy ass guitars on there and drums.
It almost makes me think, like, what do you guys define metal as?
Oh, that's such
Ryan, go ahead. Like, is it a heavy subwoofer? Is it guitar?
It doesn't have to have a sub. You need to have fucking crunchy guitars with some palm muting going on. And I don't know, man. There's such a broad. Korn came in and fucked it all up.
I have this. Yeah. That's what I was about to say. I have a feeling that metal has taken on a different form. Like, people,
for sure, man.
People are considering like the heavy synth sounds as metal. You know what I mean? I almost feel like that's what they're trying to play off of. Because you're right. It does sound heavy, like Champ said, but it's not guitar oriented.
Right? I would say, like, if you can show a song to somebody that doesn't listen to metal and they go, this is too heavy, it's probably metal. Right? Like if especially if you can show it to like a rock fan and the rock fan is like, I don't know, like, what is this noise? It's probably some kind of metal.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't know. So, like, there's 7 clips there. I just listened to 5 of them. The first one I listened to was number 2, which I thought was the heaviest one.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 7 was probably the latest one. It felt like really poppy. But the other ones kind of had this this kind of like pop punky sort of progressive vibe to them. So I think it's a lot of stuff. A lot of different genres are like kind of being combined into it. But at no point are they going to be as heavy as. I don't think there's ever going to be a point where they're as heavy as Hanabige gets or as heavy as Nemophila gets.
Right.
But I don't think they're going to be as consistently light as, like, let's say, a J-pop group. I think that it'll be, again, like a hybrid of these, maybe a little lighter than what Baby Metal is doing now, but it doesn't sound like they're foregoing, the hard rock / metal part altogether.
Yeah, you can have heavy music without metal guitar. Like, there's some shit that's just heavy, but without the what would be my stereotypical metal sounds. You can, like, those, like the synths and stuff. It can be heavy and it gets you want to like fucking vibe your head along, but there's not like a metal riff going on. So yeah, there's just
you can add distortion to it too.
Well, it's like the production is what makes it heavy as opposed to the guitar making it heavy, which is what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Zeppelin and Sabbath used to be what heavy was, what hard rock and metal was, and now they're just pretty fucking lightweight.
That's
not lightweight, but you know what I mean.
I know what you mean because I remember hearing about that. I remember my dad was saying, like, Led Zeppelin was heavy metal. I was like, what?
Yeah. I mean, they had some heavy stuff. The Doors had some songs that were heavy, but there wasn't anything else to compare it to at the time. It's like, what?
That's
What
I mean,
is
I
a good
could,
point.
yeah, like you mentioned Black Sabbath too. Like I feel like back then they were probably like the heaviest shit out
Dude,
there.
they
But
were
if you listen to
scary
them
as
now,
hell, man. People
but
were
if
like,
you,
"What is this demon music?" Because there was nothing like it.
yeah, but if you listen
Yeah.
to it now, it's like pretty slow and mostly
It's
bluesy sounding.
blues.
You
Yeah.
know?
Sure.
It's like
Jazz
blues
drummer,
rock.
blues, yeah. They just tuned down and
Well,
Yeah.
it's very
Just
catchy.
sounded-
They just put distortion on the guitars.
fuck yeah, they did.
Guys, this is a perfect segue. So I want you to hear me out on this. So Dream Theater. I've never been a fan of Dream Theater. I
Yeah.
haven't, but I'm willing to go back and give it a chance because of this. Because we've been discovering like all these bands in Japan, right? Amazing, phenomenal writing and music. And I didn't realize this, but there's a J-Rock news article that brought up the main guitarist, I already forgetting his name, John Petrucci, and how he has tons of fans over in Japan and people like really appreciate his style of music and writing. So for me, I'm actually considering going back and listening to Dream Theater because I think I might appreciate it a lot more now than I would have when I was younger for whatever reason. What do you guys think about
Yeah,
that?
but you still got to hear that fucking singer, dude.
Oh shit! Yeah, I never liked the vocals.
That's why you don't like it.
That's right.
The
yeah,
music's
that's right.
fine.
That's right. Well, do they have instrumentals?
You need to make your own
Yeah,
instrumentals. and
they
they'll
do.
love it.
Good point. See, this is why I want to talk to you guys about it. I was like, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe because I read this article. It's on J-Rock News. You guys should check it out. I'm like, you know what? I should give this a chance. You know, but yeah, Ryan just brought me back to
That. Then you also have to deal with like a fucking minute-long keyboard solo that's trying to sound like a guitar. It's like, why, dude? He's awesome. He's awesome. Awesome fucking keyboard player. But why
right.
make it sound like a keyboard? Don't make it sound like a guitar.
Yeah,
You got a guitar.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not surprised that Japan loves his playing because
Yeah.
Japan loves progressive shit, and
Sure.
the godfathers of progressive music over here, right? Like they fucking Dream Theater. Everybody knew that they decided to sacrifice sound for coolness. So like I think that people over there that are doing like a lot of progressive stuff probably look at him as like an idol of sorts. But also, there's some Japanese vocals that are super fucking annoying also. So I'm not like surprised that they wouldn't be bothered by his vocals also.
I want to read a part of this article. I just thought it was interesting. So for nearly 40 years, prog metal flag bearer Dream Theater has stood tall and fortified the redoubt of guitar-driven rock for aspiring amateurs as well as professional musicians across the world, and especially in Japan. The name symbolizes the convergence of masterful technique and inventive expressivism. This American band's Japanese following remains enormous, enough to fill Nippon Budokan in 2023. Let me know how many people fit in that in Nippon Budokan. I'm not sure.
We're talking about Baby Metal too. Like Baby Metal, didn't they use Dream Theater for like? Wasn't that one of their main influences? The Kami band. I feel like I remember reading something about that. Like the guys from the Kami band
Koba's
said that,
inspired by
Dream Theater
so
is
many
one of their
bands.
main influences.
I wouldn't be surprised if John
I wouldn't be
Petrucci is
surprised,
on a Baby Metal song in the future. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, they already had the guy from
15,000 in Budokan is
who helped them with Road of Resistance. The guy from that other band that's crazy progressive.
Oh my god, Herman Lee. Dragon Force.
That's right.
Dragon Force.
Yeah, I mean, Dragon Force and Dream Theater. I mean, like they kind of fit into the same genre.
I can see a Dream Theater doing a song with them. That'd be pretty cool. Only on Tales of Destiny, says the real Klim. I can hear the influence on that one. Tales of Destiny was an homage to Dream Theater. Koba is a huge fan. All right, there you go. I mean, that makes sense. And Tales of Destiny is a fucking hell of a song. That is a top Babymetal song right there. That is very impressive song.
Yeah, I mean, like think about Soken and Naru. Like, who do you think their influences are? Probably fucking Dream Theater, right? Like,
a
lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't like them,
but I'd rather listen to
Tales of Destiny.
I'd rather listen to Tales of Destiny though than most Dream Theater songs, which is kind of wild to think about.
Me too, because I feel like they have zero choruses that are like memorable and like catchy enough to sing along to.
Yeah, but I'm willing to give them a chance. Drop me some suggestions. Maybe drop all of us some suggestions for a song we could check out. That you're like, guys, you gotta check out this Dream Theater song or something.
Their later stuff where they got shit, I can't remember the drummer's name. Their drummer had been with them forever, left to like play with with Avenged Sevenfold, and he thought that was going to be like his gig. Then they're like, "Yeah, we just want him for this album." And like Dream Theater replaced him. And,
Really?
I can't remember the
Portnoy.
God damn it! I love the drummer that replaced him. He played with Steve Vai and a whole bunch of other people. But
Portnoy
once
was
he
replaced by
came
that
on,
drummer.
the singer had he tried to add a little hard edge to some of his vocals.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little more tolerable.
Hmm.
But I
Okay.
still couldn't like get into it. Mike Mangini's the drummer.
Mike Mangini. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So,
Dream
and he's
Theater would
still
be
their
improved if
drummer,
they did
right?
Choreo.
Mike Mangini's still their drummer as of right now.
I believe so. Yeah.
All right. That's got to be crazy. I remember that story when Portnoy tried to go back to the band after doing the Avenged
Yeah, it's
Sevenfold
fucked
album.
up, dude. They're like, hey, you fucking left us, man. Screw you.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy that they're that strict. Like you can't do other projects. That's kind of weird to me.
Dude,
but,
what did Avenged Sevenfold want him for though?
Because the Rev fucking died.
the Rev died and he did the Nightmare album. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
They
Okay.
finished it up.
Gotcha. I didn't realize that.
By the
And
way,
the Rev was a huge fan of his. So they had him come. They asked him, he came in to finish it up, and then thought that'd be like his gig. Like, no.
But did he think he was gonna be like the rhythm guitar player in Avenged Sevenfold?
No,
Like-
Portnoy, the drummer.
drummer.
Oh, the drummer.
Yeah, the
sorry.
drummer.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
Rev was the drummer for Avenged Sevenfold. He passed away,
Gotcha.
and then Portnoy took
Okay,
over.
I thought you were talking about guitarists this whole time. I was like,
No,
isn't
no.
Sinister Gates like their main guitarist who's like always rolled it?
Jeff's like, I'm lost.
Uh,
But yeah, that's kind of the Avenged Sevenfold's drummer now is at Sacrament. I can't remember his name. He's phenomenal. Avenged Sevenfold has some insane drummers playing for that with them.
they've
Crazy,
got great.
crazy. Yeah.
They've just got great instrumentalists on their
Yeah.
Oh,
team.
fuck
man.
yeah, dude.
I'm telling you right now, if you haven't heard it yet, "Save Me" by Avenged Sevenfold. Listen to it. You guys will absolutely love it. It's
I got to listen to
insane.
new stuff. But
Yeah, me
I didn't
too.
know the Rev, like, he'd come to the band. He's like, here's a song. He'd have everything written out, all the guitars, all the bass,
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
vocals, all the drums. Like, here's the song, learn it. And then he'd go play like some of the most insane drums freaking ever. The dude is a
Mm.
genius.
So he's like Konami, but on the drums.
Yeah. The chat just reminded me. I want to bring this up. Anthony Barone, man, is the drummer for Babymetal right now, the West Commie band. And
yeah.
thank you, The Real Clean, for bringing this up. That guy is a fucking monster. I'm releasing a reaction video sometime this week about it. It's in our live stream. But guys, you have to check out some of his work. It is phenomenal. I watched this man do a blast beat between a snare, tom, and a splash in like one swoop. It's like I was like just mind blown, dude. It was the most fucking insane thing I've ever seen. Like Barone is such a beast. I'm telling you, I promise you guys, watch a drum playthrough. I can't remember the reaction we did. Let me know in the chat so I can suggest it to these guys. You guys will be absolutely mind blown. It's just so
I
fast.
mean, I'd expect nothing less for what he's doing.
Dude,
you know what I mean, they're
they're-
gonna be like, this guy's okay. Let's throw him in
Babymetal, Babymetal's only using like 20% of this man's skills. They're only using like 20%. I swear. Because you watch his like other stuff with his projects, you're like, holy fuck, you know?
I'm trying to figure out what else he's done. What else has he
Um,
done in the past?
Yeah, and his tone is really good too. If you guys remember the track you guys had me check out, drop it in the chat and I'll bring it up. I could play a snippet of it. It won't get blocked. Oh, you know what's really cool about Anthony Barone too? Like all of his music, you can license it for your reactions and stuff,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is really cool of him. So like,
Right on.
so
Well,
you should check it out.
You mentioned his tone, that Ellis DePario drummer who's like insane as hell, does all the shorts and stuff. You heard of him? Ellis DePario, I can't remember his last name. He's awesome, but his tone's like horrible in his videos. It sounds like he could be beating on coffee cans. But like what he does is freaking amazing.
So you know,
Anyway, that's a little bit of a sidetrack.
I gotta pull this up. This is it's Babymetal's drummer. It's relevant, right, guys? Before
So
we get to
Shadow of
Band-Maid-
Intent is his old band. I've never heard of them actually.
We're gonna get to the Band-Maid news. It has to be one of these bumps right here where it's insanity. So I'm just gonna play a snippet of it, but check this out. Let me Bro, you saw that, right? That's
Yeah, that was sad.
What the
fucking
hell?
insane. Let me play that again. It's so fucking wild. I'm not surprised that this was played back that many times. You can see how many times people play this because I kept rewinding it, just trying to fucking fathom what he was doing right there. Again, one hand. Bro, I don't know. I was like just completely mind blown, and it's like multiple times. It's like watch
Is he
me
hitting?
hit.
Is he going?
Dude, he's doing a gravity blast, but he's somehow landing it in between all three of them at the same time. I can't like comprehend.
So he's
it.
going like he's like with one hand. He's going tom symbol, tom symbol, tom
Snare,
symbol, tom symbol.
splash, all in a row, and he does it multiple times. But it sounds like one hit. Here, let's play it one more time.
I think he was just fixing his shirt and screw his arm out.
Yeah. Oh, it's a snare. So it's
Oh,
snare,
God.
splash,
Snare,
snare,
splash,
splash,
snare,
snare, splash. It goes so fast. And right before that, yeah, you're right. The double bass tone that's on there is insane.
It's just fucking. Check that song out, guys. If you guys
He
haven't
was just
yet,
getting his sleeve out of his armpit, just stretching it out there. That's all he was doing.
yeah, dude, this guy is fucking insane. I was like, that's why after I watched, I'm like, 20% of his skill is being used in Babymetal. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's just.
I feel like you could say that for a lot of drummers out there, though. So
Yeah, it's true, but I mean that was insane. It's this drummer and the Leprous drummer that just blow my fucking mind, like with what they can do. It's just insane. I love watching good drummers play. Like they can.
Yeah, it's fun.
Drummers can make a song so much better. They really can. They can make a song so much better. Just like how Akane does with Band-Maid, like with some of her fills.
I was
in
about to
between
say
certain
Q
things.
Shambles.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Also, Adabana by Nemafila.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the drums in that song are just
Oh,
absolutely
Tamu
insane.
is like she's studio drummer, 100%. That woman
Yeah.
can play, and her tone is also really good. But yeah, Anthony Barone, I think one of my favorites right now. I was just like, I can't wait to check out more with him. I can watch playthroughs of that all day. Like, and it gets crazier than that. So you guys should definitely watch the video. It's a good video. It won't get blocked or anything either. So recommend it.
Sweet. Definitely
Yeah.
gonna check it out then, because that was
Yeah.
nasty 5 seconds right there.
Right? That's all I need to show people. Like I'm gonna like just make a short clip of that. Like this is insane.
Yeah, just brrr. So somebody in the comments said that he was actually going snare, tom, splash, snare,
Yeah.
tom, splash, snare,
Yeah,
tom, splash.
That's what I said. He does it in a row though. Snare.
But he was going so fast that I could only tell that he was saying
Oh,
the
you thought it was doing
snare
tom?
and the splash. I couldn't hear the tom.
It's because you want to
It's
see it
nuts.
again. I know. Like, here. Fucking
Yeah,
insane.
that's
It's
fucking
just-
crazy.
it's
I don't
insane.
even know what's happening.
It puts a smile on
His
my
hands are
face.
moving faster than my eyes can process.
Like if I want to be happy, I'm just gonna watch an Anthony Barone just like shred the drum set.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just slow it down, Alan. That's true. I could have slowed it down.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Go to point. Go to
You want me to
0.5
slow it
speed. Let's see
down?
what it looks like. Yeah.
All right. Let's do it at 0.5 speed.
Yeah.
All right, 0.5.
It'll still be fast.
Oh, let's get this 24K. I mean, 4K. What was this doing on 720p? All right, here we go. Dude, it's like I still don't understand it.
Yeah, I still can't see it, but I hear it. I don't know what's happening.
Anyways, moving on. Band-Maid news. Here we go. Ryan, kick us off, man.
Band-Maid have been really busy, you know. Been
Yeah.
doing lots of stuff, playing shows. I put together a little list of some tour highlights because they like to sneak in songs, so when you miss a show, you're like, damn it, I should have went to every show.
That's true. They really do.
And sadly, this year I've only went to 2 on this last leg of the tour, which were great shows. But I got to mention Peter Lim and SJ Nix. They pulled off a cool thing for the homage night time. They had sunglasses made up with the Band-Maid power bow on them. Got them to the girls, and they threw them on stage, and they posed so everybody could take pictures and everything. So that was cool.
Also, real quick,
Made
they're
News
from
Network.
Made News Network, and if you're a Band-Maid fan and you're not subscribed to them, you're crazy. You should just do that now because they will keep you updated. I love going to their channel. This is where we grab most of our updates, anyways. So they are fucking on top of it with the Band-Maid news.
After every show, they usually go live and
Yeah.
some talk about the show and stuff. So some of the songs and some of the special things they did for the shows. So Dice and Hate. Dice got a like an extended intro and like a drum solo intro, and then Hate got like a call and response between the bass and guitar middle of the song, which is great. And they've been doing that, I think, about every show. Anemone, Time were played for the first time on the tour, and Rene got a US debut.
Oh.
Daydreaming had the nice piano intro played at most shows. It was a backing track, but it was played for the shows, which is always nice to hear.
How do you think it sounded, Ryan?
Oh, it sounded great.
Damn it. Go ahead, sorry.
Why? You trying to bait me into saying something there?
I was.
He was looking for a
Don't
very
you tell me
specific
what to
response
say.
right there.
I wasn't telling you what to say. I just what you would say.
Speaking of don't you tell me, there's a call and response battle at most shows with that too. YOLO was played in Salt Lake City, which is a song that does not get played very much at all. Mirage was played in Spokane. Moratorium was played in Sacramento. And then Shambles' live debut is in Sacramento.
God damn, dude.
Speaking of Shambles, let's look at what led up to that. So back, let's see, in 2019, Glory was used as a second ending theme for second season of Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns. Bubble in 2019 is used as a theme song for drama series Perfect Crime. The Different in 2020 was used for an opening theme of Log Horizon. Blooming and Choose Me used in the movie Kate. And I think Choose Me showed up in Peacemaker real quick. Sense in 2021, opening theme for Platinum End. Now we got Shambles going to be ending theme for the upcoming season of Kengan Ashura.
Okay, so they've been doing a lot of stuff for like TV shows over there.
Yeah, man, there is.
I really, the only problem with this is I haven't heard of any of those things, except for Peacemaker, honestly. But like, I'm surprised I haven't heard of any of this, and I haven't really heard any of the Band-Maid fans talking about those shows either in the past.
But
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
Some of them I definitely didn't hear of until I heard of what the song was, and I check them out. But you know,
yeah,
just saying, it's kind of led up to Shambles, which is a freaking banger of a song, dude. I love it. Let's see here. Band-Maid. Oh, and they also played Mexico City, and that's pretty significant for them, you know, because they first gained international notice in April 2015 when an English language Facebook page of internet radio station J Rock Radio promoted the music video for Thrill. Got them over 1 million views in the following year. And then March 16, they had their first overseas performance at Sakura-Con in Seattle. In November of 16, they went on their first world tour. It took them to Mexico, Hong Kong, and several countries in Europe. Now, Mexico was they were pretty vocal about Band-Maid before they got there. And when they got there, I think Band-Maid was pretty shocked by how enthusiastic and how ready the fans were for them to be there, you know.
Real quick. Go ahead.
Well, it's been, 7 years since they've been there. However long it's been. It's just been a while. So for them to get back there finally, the fans have been waiting, longer than like Europe.
For Europe.
And they're still waiting. But they got back there and had an awesome show. So that's cool.
What were you gonna say, Alan?
I was gonna say fans in Mexico are the fucking best. They really are. Every time, like when I played there, it was like my best shows I ever played. And then whenever I saw bands there, they just get down. Like it's crazy. Like interactions and everything.
Yeah, the K-pop groups seem to say the same thing when they go down there and play. It's like there's just people just waiting everywhere. Just at the airport, outside the shows, just they're craving it, So when they finally get it, they're ready to give it their all.
Also, they had special merch for Mexico over there. I haven't seen the designs of the shirt. Do you have any pictures of that, Ryan?
No, I don't, because it's at the venue only. So until somebody posts some stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody can throw something on a link on Discord. I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah. Here's a little quick clip from Mexico.
Pretty decent crowd, man.
Hell yeah. How many people is that?
I don't know. It's got to be a few thousand.
What's the name of the venue?
It's in Mexico City. I don't know the name of the venue. But anyways, let me see. Maybe I have the venue name right here.
All that shit.
I'm doing it now. Okay, so it looks like it's called Pabellón Oeste del Palacio de los Deportes.
Oh yeah. Probably on
Capacity. 22,000.
22,000.
That's what it says here.
Is the capacity? Holy fuck.
It says it's a dome. Sports arena.
Wow. That's crazy.
Well, they probably didn't fill the whole thing, but
yeah, I doubt
there's several thousand people there.
This crowd looks. I'm trying to like.
Oh, here we go. There's a separate part of it that fills 3,500.
Okay,
that's probably the place.
Yeah, it looks crazy though. Like if looking at this footage right here, it looks insane.
So,
it
does
look
look
like
one
of their bigger shows,
venue.
Man.
Yeah,
3,500.
Yeah, the stateside.
Yeah, for outside
North
of
America.
Japan.
Sorry. Yeah, that's pretty good. And they're all into it, dude. That's awesome.
Gotta love it, man. Gotta love to see them doing that all over the world. You know what I mean? Like you could sell out 3,000 people all over the world. It's a huge victory.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I got, man. That's pretty cool. Was there any other Band-Maid stuff you had, Alan? Merch.
Yeah. So we had the Mexico show. That was also like we were just talking about the merch there, which is cool. I'm waiting to see pictures of that. They also sold out their House of Blues in Anaheim. So they completely sold out that venue, which if you guys could look up the capacity for that, that's pretty cool that they sold that out. I was wondering how many shows they did sell because they did hit up different venues than they did before, right?
Yeah.
So they hit like some of those more unknown venues, which was really awesome of them to do. And I think those shows did really well across the board. Another thing that came up across my screen over at J-Rock News, they put out an article, Band-Maid makes history at Lollapalooza 2023. So they were the first Japanese band in 13 years to play that festival. So the last band to play there was X Japan, and that was 13 years ago. Band-Maid captured the hearts of the festival's massive crowd, drawing over 20,000 fans during its captivating hour-long set on August 4th. Second day of the festival.
That's got to be huge for them, man.
Yeah,
the first one since X Japan. So they're such a huge band, and so many of these bands look up to them anyway. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
awesome. I said it because it's true.
Awesome shirts coming soon.
Yeah, I mean that is great though. That's kind of unbelievable. I mean, it makes me wonder how that even happened in the first place.
What?
Like how they got that slot, considering it's been so long since a Japanese band has been on that slot. Like, do you think they reached out or were reached out to?
I think it's both. They're both trying to talk to each other because it needed to happen. You can't deny Band-Maid, man. They're making people notice them.
I mean, they are when they're playing some big stuff. You know what I mean? Like even that Guns N' Roses show. Like, we kind of made fun a little bit, but like it's true. It was a huge moment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very cool.
Well, Last Rock Stars, maybe, got attention.
That's true. There was that Last Rock Stars stuff going on.
Yeah, what happened to that? It just like died out or what?
They were the last ones. I mean,
that never gets old.
Oh God.
All right, top 10 and some. I know I've already talked about this.
Oh wait, before you do that, I just wanted I sent over a picture. I thought you could show everybody over in the Discord chat. Miyako got a new guitar, and
Miyako's crazy
$9,000. It's a $9,000 guitar, and it's freaking beautiful.
Karina Flying V.
Yeah, thank you for sending that over on Dead Ninja. I just I'm staring at it like I just want it so badly. And imagine having a $9,000 guitar. Like I just can't even
You think it
I
really
can't
sounds that
wrap
much
my head
better
around
though?
it.
Just an investment
It's just
because it's
Mm.
it doesn't play any better than any other Gibson Flying V. It's,
Yeah,
just, it's an old. I think it's a vintage
It's
guitar.
a
but
vintage.
It's a
Yeah, it's
Carina,
vintage.
like an original Carina body V, which is just rare, dude.
Those are rare.
Yeah,
Where does she
the
find
wood
it?
is rare apparently.
Pause. Oh, where does she find it?
Huh?
Do you guys have that information, like where she
I can't
found
remember
it?
which store it was. It was in the Mizu same one of the same stores I was in. I was like, oh, holy shit!
I can't
I visited
imagine.
when I was over there.
What's the
think it
most
is.
expensive guitar you guys paid for?
$1,200.
One was, I think it was my my Alvarez Yairi.
Yeah, mine was a
It was a lot.
Jackson. I don't remember what kind. It was a Jackson like 15 years ago, but it was
You don't
$1,200
have it?
guitar and it played really, really nicely.
You don't have it anymore?
No, I sold it so I could pay rent.
Oh, damn, that sucks. That sucks. I feel you. Feel you on that. And yours was what, Ryan?
That was it. An Alvarez Yairi acoustic.
Hmm.
A lot less than $9,000.
I wasn't expecting you to say an acoustic guitar for some reason. I was expecting you to
That's
say
what.
something
That's
electric.
what. Those are the only thing worth paying that much for, as far as I'm concerned. Electrics, you're just paying for pretty. This is really pretty.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well, at a certain
acoustic-
point,
acoustic, the wood gives it the sound. Electric, the pickups give the sounds.
Yeah.
the pickups matter a lot, and then I mean you got to also consider that you're running through usually a cab
Right.
and a head, and probably have some sort of like pedals that you're also attributing to making extra sounds. So you
Right.
could definitely take a cheaper electric guitar and make it sound good than a cheap acoustic guitar and make that sound
Right.
good.
Paul said,
Right.
yeah, she got a loan. She says she's paying for it for the next 4 years.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Ooh,
I can't even
Damn,
say
man.
anything.
It's kind of odd to put out there.
So it's truly an investment. Truly.
I did that with my PRS. It was 3,500, but it was fucking worth it. It plays better than
3,500.
it plays better than all my other guitars. Like it just feels
Dude.
better. But it's funny because I played other $3,500 guitars and they felt like shit. But this one, I don't know, it was amazing. It's amazing.
My
I love
PRS is like less than $800. Like $7 something.
yeah. Took me 3 years
And
to
it's-
pay it off.
Fucking incredible.
Took me 3
Yeah,
years.
I
to
also
pay it
had
off.
a PRS. That's the Gibson, right? The
Huh?
wait, what's
You
the
fucking
what's the PRS? Who makes what
Paul
is
Reed
that?
Smith is the
Paul
that's the
Reed
brand.
Smith.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that's the
okay.
brand.
I was getting two of them confused.
I feel like the PRS that you have, I've played on them. I think the biggest difference between those and other one is just the way that they have the fingerboard sanded down. I think there's just a lot more attention to detail on the wood when they're putting it together. I think that's the difference. But I do agree. When you get up to like past that amount, it's kind of crazy.
Well,
You know what I
mine it's just a regular wood. It's like a transparent finish. There's no curly or like quilted maple top or anything like that. You know,
Mm.
it's a very nicely carved, very well thought out design. Definitely
Yeah.
worth $700-800.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm going to pick up I mean, no offense to you, but a $3,000 guitar and be like, whoa, I play way better on this guitar than I do on that one.
I'll
feels
say this,
better.
man.
I think it
I had
sounds better.
I had an Epiphone for a long time that was like my main guitar, and I wanted to swap to like just like a straight up like the actual version of the Epiphone that's just like the Gibson guitar, and when I went there and I rented the guitar, I had it for about a month, and I gave it back because I was like, this Epiphone sounds almost identical to the
Yeah,
much
it's
more
crazy.
expensive version of the Gibson.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I was gonna say like that's why I like playing it first. But if I have you play on PRS, you'll see what I mean, Ryan. You'll love it. I guarantee it. It's just I've never had a guitar that just like plays better. But I agree with you because my Ibanez was only like 700 and it's my most played
Yeah.
guitar. It's my most played. It fucking is great.
I got a Dean Cadillac because I like Deans. I like that the shape was like a fuck you to Gibson, but I love the thing. It's like my favorite. I think it's like my favorite guitar now.
Yeah. I got the Band-Maid shirts. Thank you, Mikoto, for the pictures for those. I'll pull those up right now. But Yeah, I think a big part of guitars is you have to play on it, because I feel like sometimes electronics don't get wired the same way on all of them, even if they're done through the machines and factories. Like something is just weird, or like that's why I love going to play on them, because or sometimes the wood will just cut off for something. And I've noticed like with the custom ones where they spend their time, like the acoustics, you can tell like when somebody's putting love into like actually making those guitars, because there's some acoustics that are just like trash and they're like 3,000. I'm like, how is this, and then there's like you play on like $1,000 one, but you can just tell it's better, because you can find some custom acoustics that are in the cheaper range, which is really cool.
Dude,
But
I've yet to pick up a Gibson Les Paul that I thought was, I can't stand him, dude. I hate him.
Me too. I hate their.
I know people love them, but I fucking hate how they feel.
I'm the same way. I like their copycats better. Like LTD Eclipse, I like way better than the Les Pauls, and that's just a copy of them.
Yeah, because they'll have a bevel for your elbow.
Yeah. It's way better. I don't get why people like those like the Les Pauls.
I think a lot of it comes down to just like notoriety, because you got like
reason people buy Harleys.
Yeah, signatures on it and shit like that. But like I also, because I mean, like, is the 5150 the best amp of all time? No, probably not. There's better. I thought the Triple X when it was out was better than the 5150, but because you get the Van Halen signature on it, everybody wants it, right?
I thought the 6505 Plus was the best version of those models. It's pretty much the 5150. That was. I
really liked the Triple X, the PV Triple X that was around at that time.
Yeah,
I don't know how popular it is nowadays.
I had all those. I had 8 heads at one point. It was crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus. But yeah, I think guitar, like what guitar is going to be best for you is very individualized. And I don't think people realize that much. Like I've definitely played more expensive guitars that just didn't feel as good in my hands. It felt like it was harder for me to reach certain places or whatever. And depends, like, you got fat fingers like me, then like me, maybe you wanted a different guitar. So I think there's a lot of things that you got to consider. If you're going to buy a new guitar, you should really go to a shop and sit down and play like 10 different guitars and see which one feels best to you, regardless of price.
Yeah, I agree. You have to play it in person. It really puts it in perspective. Like I said, I would have never gotten that yellow Ibanez if I didn't play it. When I played it, I knew it was the one. I want to show these Band-Maid shirts real quick. So this is one of the designs. Looks very cool. And then we have
flag colors.
Yeah, I love this shirt. Is that looks awesome. I love these designs. They're my favorite.
What is that? I'm trying to see it.
It's like that art style. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, huh?
Oh, the Kagami style?
Yeah, I love this style. Like I have my forgot to bring it, but I have the one with the neon. It's like with the blue green. I love the blue green ones that they have.
And those are specific for Mexico?
Yeah, I'm assuming so. Could be wrong.
Those are Band-Maid shirts?
Over. Yeah, the Band-Maid shirt. Yeah, it's where they put the girls in that art style. I love it.
Oh, that's really cool. I want that.
So this is from Hawk Metal, who went to Mexico to see them.
It looks so different than all their other
Japan.
merch.
More colorful, man.
You haven't seen this style of art? I love these. Those are my favorite Band-Maid shirts.
Yeah, it's like those
art styles.
I don't know. I just always see the Band-Maid shirts that are like, like that. Like the one on the left there.
Yeah.
Oh, they got my posters that you can't really see.
All right. So I wanted to give a shout out real quick before we get into our top 10. Thank you so much for the super chat, Cynical. $20 super chat. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it, man. He said, Alan, for the wave segment of Under the Radar bands, I hope you include Consume, the band I had you check out a couple Sundays ago on the Dichotic stream. I will definitely mention them. That's a good one to mention. I roughly remember it. I'd have to, we'll check out a preview of it. But first, let's talk about this top 10. We have big changes, guys. We're shaking it up. I do want to mention,
just including hard rock and heavy metal.
Yeah, I gotta say that number one. So we reacted to the number one song. I did want to talk about that. That was not rock at all. We did Mephisto by who was it? Honeybee or
Queen Bee. I thought the band was called Mephisto and Queen Bee was the song. Maybe I'm wrong.
Queen Bee, I think, is the artist.
Okay.
Yeah. The bridge was kind of rock.
That was
I don't
definitely
know if
pop.
I would say it's not rock. I think I would stick
not
it in the
rock.
rock category, but
No. How?
definitely.
How do you stick that in the rock category? There's
Well,
no
there's-
way.
there's guitars in it.
I mean, how many rappers you got in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? What is rock anymore? What is rock?
That's
and roll?
true.
We don't know.
That's true. That isn't. I
We
do
don't
know that.
anymore.
I mean, if I hear a guitar, I think rock. That's just like hey, pop rock, sure, alt rock, maybe.
So if
but
I
like,
put in like a string of 5 notes, you're like, all right, it's in.
yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Well,
like, because pop
stupid.
music doesn't have any guitars. So, you know what I mean? Like, pop music does. They don't even have real
Sure
drums
they
most of the
do.
time.
Sure they do.
Yeah,
There
which
you
one? Name one.
There are guitars in jazz.
Pink,
Taylor
Miley
Swift.
Cyrus, Taylor Swift, they all got guitar.
Dude,
man.
Do you consider jazz
Pink,
rock?
Pink uses fake guitars in her music.
So
it's
is
like
What the fuck does it
synthesized
matter? Once you
guitars.
record it, it's not really the guitar anyway, man.
Oh my god, you're giving too much
Facsimile.
leeway now. You
What about
give all
jazz?
these groups too much
is
credit.
jazz rock then, according to Champ?
Jazz?
Yeah.
Jazz is a part of rock, right? I would say so.
I think rock happened because of jazz, because most jazz players,
Yeah.
a lot of jazz drummers.
They're like,
like
we
to
don't want to
play
play
on
that
harder rock
complicated. Anyways.
Anyway,
Top 10.
Yeah, so
Oh.
if you want to hear that or reaction to that, go to patreon.com/GAIJIN guys, where we reacted to Queen Bee's Mephisto.
you can see whether or not we like it.
And don't listen to these guys because they don't speak for all of us. I just want to say, you got to
So,
actually
yeah,
watch
don't
the
listen to
video.
Champ.
To see
Don't
how
listen
we
to Champ
feel.
either.
Don't listen to Champ either.
You got to listen to one of us if you're if you're gonna watch it.
Passively listen to all of
Yeah,
us.
all right,
Just
all
don't
right.
actively listen.
Sign up to our Patreon, turn on the video, and put press mute, and everybody will be happy. There you go.
Pubaka, I think it was more like jazz than blues and rock, right? Would that be accurate? I don't know. Anyways, moving
No,
on.
if it was part jazz and blues, it'd be freaking cool. It just wasn't.
East of Eden. I've been wanting to talk about this band again because we talked about them on Wednesday. They made the biggest splash in the top 10, jumping right to 26. I highly recommend everyone to go check out this band if you haven't heard of them
I
yet.
feel did you like play a clip from them last week or something?
I
Like,
did.
I feel like I heard them.
I did. We played a clip of them, and I'm going to keep mentioning them until Champ and Ryan and Wave react to them. You guys should check them out because they're good. They're really good. I
You
promise.
have to join my Patreon, bud.
Yeah.
Oh, you did it on Patreon only?
No, you're gonna have to join to get me to.
Oh, okay. Damn. Do I get some GG credit? Like song
All right,
credit?
I guess so. Maybe I'll check it out.
Guys, it's a great band. They've only released one song. It's 13 days ago because it just came out August 8th, 2023.
Wow.
So, and they already have 7,000 subs. One
for
song,
them.
guys, and
Wow.
they just came out, and I'm excited to see what they do. I love their description. This band, a world-class standard.
Whoa, Mikoto just made it. The singer, the vocalist for East of Eden, was was with Konami and Akane in Mochito Cheese.
There you go, guys.
Woo!
You need no other reason to go check them out.
There you
What
go.
is Mochi and Cheese? That was
I don't
That
know.
was
Former band?
a band pre-Band-Maid that Konami and Akane were in.
Have you listened to them?
Yeah.
And
I didn't listen to him again.
Dot.
Acoustic bass. Takane's on like a cajon, so she's been rocking the cajones for like a while. But it's not bad, but it's just not Band-Maid.
Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes a certain group of members can make a band sound really special, and I think,
Yeah.
certain bands have it. I think Band-Maid's one of them, Maximum Hormone's one of them. Like, if you lose one of their elements, you kind of like, it's not the same, But, and it's the same with Nemophila, I would almost say. I don't think you could replace one of them. It would be hard to replace any of them. And I think that's how you know you got a special band. It's kind of like with, in System Down, try to do solo projects. It's just a recent memory. And it was just not the same as all of them together, But, so, a couple things to mention from our top 10. By the way, shout out to Simno putting this together every week. If you guys do want to, add suggestions to the top 10, make sure you go to our Discord server. You can submit your links over there, and then he adds them afterwards. So, a couple notes he wanted me to mention, though. There's plenty of changes. Like we said, we got Wagaki Band entering. We got Maximum Hormone entering. We got Passcode. As mentioned earlier, East of Eden, the group with Yuki from D Drive and Akane from Pretty Mochi to Cheese with Konami and other Akane. So that's the project they were just talking about. Otto is still doing stupidly good with Backlight. So we're going to go ahead and see where all these fall in the top 10 right now. So we got Millet and Man with a Mission falling down 4 spots. I can't believe they're at 10. They were in the number 1 spot for a very long time. They've been in the top 10 for the past 17 weeks. Number 9, we got Official Dandism. Is that what it was? Is that right?
Hige Dandism.
Hige Dandism. There you go. Yorushika. I did finally check out some Yorushika. It's pretty good stuff. Really good produced music. I know we've reacted to this one, right? We did do a reaction to that one. Maximum.
Yeah, we did.
Max,
right?
Yeah. Maximum Hormone, number 7, going up 11 spots. This song has been taking off, guys. It's been blowing up for them really well.
Have they dropped a lyric video or
they
lyrics,
dropped
like
a dance
translation?
video. They dropped a dance video, but not a lyric video. So,
Okay.
I mean, I thought this was I wasn't sure how well the song was going to do, but it's already at 1.3 million views. Their latest
That's
single.
very good.
That is very good.
That's very good.
Did you guys like the song? Have you guys checked it out already, or?
I haven't listened to the whole thing.
I don't think we've
I thought
talked
it was
about
awesome.
it. I thought it was great. I did love the song. I ended up loving it. I mean, on first listen, I wasn't sure because I heard bits and pieces, and when we did the reaction video, I was like, "Oh, now it makes sense," because I only heard like 5 seconds of here and there. I'm like, eh. But again, with Maximum Hormone, you have to listen to the full song, and
It's super important for this one, especially because it's like, I feel like you can get like a 40-second part. Like, it's a pretty long song, right? It's like 6 minutes or something.
6 minutes, yep.
Yeah, like you could get like a 40-second part that's all the same type of whatever, but like in order to get the true sense of what that song is, there's like,
Yeah, the next 40 seconds going to be completely different.
yeah, and then they have this like one part where they keep going back to where they're like a marching band walking down the street, and like all the instruments change for like 10 seconds and then switch back.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, man.
Also, I want all the colors of these shirts. I have the purple one, but they have new colors, and I want them. Where do I get these guys?
I don't know, but you are definitely they have figured out the easy way to get people to buy merch by just changing the color of the shirt.
Hey, they look good, all right? I have the green one, I have the purple one, that's it. I wish I had more. I couldn't find the other ones. But anyways, they did a dance. They have a little dance video, guys. You should check it out. They're dancing to the song, the entire video, and I guess they're showing some lyrics, but they're Japanese. It's in Japanese. They're not showing the lyrics, I think, until September 1st. So
Yeah, I only brought this up because we talked about it when it first came out. We were like, I don't know, like, you know, people might be angry about it type of thing. But personally, I haven't seen any like sort of like uprising against it or anything like that.
No. I mean, Maximum Hormone, always doing Maximum Hormone. But it's cool to see them back. So after a multi-year break from releasing a full-size content, MTH is back with a solid track from their upcoming EP release date whenever they feel like announcing it. Love you, Simendo, for putting that
It'll be
in
like 4 songs.
Oh, man, probably. We got Daidan N featuring Zorn coming in at number 6. This is Rad Wimps. I haven't heard this project yet. Have we? Have you guys?
No, but I know Zorn from something. I'm gonna assume, without any real knowledge whatsoever, that this is more poppy than rocky.
But it probably has guitar, champ. We should be good.
Yeah, I didn't say having guitar makes it good. Zorn's a rapper. Yeah, okay, that's why. Yeah, that's
okay.
what I was thinking.
Number 5, we have Passcode going up 2 spots. Groundswell. What do you think? Is this considered rock? For you, champ?
I haven't heard the song yet, but Passcode's fucking metal. I don't care what anybody says.
All right, Passcode's metal. Here first. Number 4, we have Man with a Mission. The other song, this is Man with a Mission's version featuring Malay. The other one was Malay featuring Man with a Mission. This one's fell 2 spots to number 4. This song has also been in the charts for 18 weeks already, which is insane. Number 3, we got Atarashigako staying right there at number 3. It's been in the charts for about 13 weeks now. Number 2, we got Wagaki Band, The Beast. I haven't heard this yet. This would have been a good one to do a reaction to. Maybe we'll do it next week with Wave.
That sounds pretty good, man. New Wagaki band? Yeah, I didn't even realize they dropped a new song.
Yeah, this is the opening song for anime Baki Hana Season 2, which I know my son is looking forward to this coming out. The Tale of the Pickle and the Pickle, War Saga. I don't know how I feel about that title, but all right. Number 1, you ready? It's a new one. What do you guys think it is?
We know what it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, we do know what it is. Never mind. I completely forgot already. Number 1, we got Queen Bee, Mephisto, and
yeah, I seriously forgot about it too. We were just talking about it. I'm like, I don't know what it is.
I did too. And then when Champ was like, "Come on, guys, we already know," I'm like, "Oh, I
still didn't recall. I'm like, what is it? Babymetal or is it?
Babymetal is entering the charts next week. So it they were on the cutoff time. Now I want to mention, I do want to talk about this band. I want to pull this up. Again, thank you for the super chat and Cynical for reminding me. Shout out to the other super chat we just got right now, $5 super chat. I appreciate it, man. He says, Koi no America lyrics are abstract except now's parts where she's asked not to drop the bomb again. Seems to be MTH's equivalent to Rammstein's America. I've never heard of Rammstein's
Something
America.
We're not gonna do.
Also, I want to say shout out to Jim Morrison for your super chat. Also, $5. Thank you so much. Ellen used the IQ7 and uploading Portland, Spokane, Sacramento, and half of LA. Up my video quality. Also, Portland on Konami Cam in Washington. Jim, I'm so happy to hear that mic helped you, man. Yeah, it was a really good mic, and I was actually shocked to get some comments from people saying it's so weird that I was looking up mics and then found somebody that likes the same music as I do. So that was really cool to see, because that was an old video I posted a long time ago. So I'm glad that IQ7 mic's working for you, man. It's really good with the iPhone. But I wanted to talk about this band. It's Kamsume, and let me know if I got that right, Cynical. If you could put like the name and title in the chat, and then I'll pull up the video and we'll play a clip from it. Other band I want to mention, which is up on our GAIJIN Guys website. We have a whole article about it, and it's an alternative idol group called the Dams Dance Onto the World Stage. So it's this month a new girls group from Japan strives for a broader audience while touring clubs in Tokyo. This fresh alternative idol unit takes bold steps into international online world with help from English YouTube channels. Certainly, there are thousands of idol groups making pop music in Japan, yet these newcomers set out to prove they have a style different than others. Notably, they aim for a connection with their audience while delivering electric and energetic performance. So far, they have over half a dozen original songs on Spotify and Apple Music. All these are catchy dance numbers with some tracks incorporating hard rock and punk-like song Balloon. Punk-like song? I'm curious. I want to check it out. That's definitely one I want to check out. I haven't heard it yet, so I don't know. I should have listened to it before I came on here. That's my fault. Forgot to tell you guys about it. It was kind
What
of
did the one that you listened to sound like?
I haven't listened to anything by them.
Oh,
so this is Andrew did an article on this, so he's heard them. He enjoys them, so I'm going to trust Andrew on this. Go check them out. I'll make sure to check them out by the next podcast so I could talk more about them. But thank you so much for writing up the article. By the way, you can go to gaijinguys.com, join our email list, and you'll get a newsletter in the beginning of the week just letting you know what's going on, updates with us, our contests that we have going on right now with Aftershock 2023. Don't forget, you can win 2 free 4-day passes for that. All the details are in the description of the video. What was I going to say? Yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for 5 seconds there.
Okay, anyways, do you want to play a bit of this Kamsume?
Let me play the Cynical, put it in the chat.
Here, I'll do it. I'll put it in the chat for you.
All right, thank you.
What was the name of the band?
It is KOMSUME. Well, I wasn't sure if that was gonna actually get us the song, you know.
2 months ago. Does that sound about right?
I just typed it in also. You said 2 months ago.
Because it's all in Japanese lyrics.
Sure. If you search Kasumi, the music video will pop up, or do you want me to post a link? Can you post a link for me? There's
Here,
make
I'm
sure we
posting it in the chat
Oh.
right now.
You already got it. Thank you, champ. Appreciate it. Oh, I can't pull it up from there. Can you put it in Discord?
Sure. By the way, everybody, if you're not following us already on social media platforms, our Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok have all been far more engaged this week, and will continue to do so. So just type in "GAIJIN GUYS" on any of those platforms, and you'll be able to find us.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I do remember this band now. Yes, very good band. This was a couple months ago. Once I saw the music video, so really solid. I'm gonna play like 5-second clip of it for you all. This is Kamsume, and that link champ just put in. So really nice voice. It's like a pop punk kind of band. You know, kind of remind me of I don't know who it reminded me of, but it's pretty good.
Scandal.
So, yeah.
Got Scandal
it's kind of
vibes?
Scandal vibes. Yeah, exactly. Here, I'll play another 5 seconds. So another band I think you guys should check out, all right? And shout out to Cynical for requesting this, and thank you again for the super chat, man. Check them out. That's a solid band. East Eden, though, is definitely my favorite out of all of them. Most shocking band for me this past week. And of course, the one that we have up on the GAIJIN Guys website. You know, see what you guys think. I'd love to hear your comments down below. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music, you can always drop us comments for suggestions or what you think over here on YouTube later. Try to review them as much as we can. And that's all I got for today, guys. You guys have anything else you want to add?
No, I think we're good. Next week, Waverton will be back, and we'll have a full couch over here again. But yeah, nothing yet.
Yeah, and like the video if you're on YouTube. And if you're not on YouTube, listening to it on Spotify or any of those platforms, come over here and hit the like button. And if you do want to listen to us later, we're on Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. Ryan?
Yep. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you all.
Adios.